Hey guys, this is Matt Brunet, creator of Animation Lookback and Animax Reviews, and welcome back to another round of beautiful updates. Now, for this vlog specifically, I don't really have a lot to say when it comes to, quantity of updates, but I do have a lot to say with the ones I will talk about. So, you still gotta pay attention and listen to what I have to say. But anyways, these are still pretty big updates. The first one that I want to mention is regarding something that I'm sure you guys want to know. It's regarding my progress on the next animation look back, which is the best of stop motion. And I'm really happy to say that the writing portion of it is complete. Yes, I am entirely done writing it. In fact, on the last day of writing, I even spent the entire day just finishing it, just to finish it off. I did the entire honorable mention, which is going to be a pretty big one. I also did the conclusion, did that little top 10 at the end, and I even selected what's going to be the next animation look back, after this one. Though it could happen if it's going to change, but we'll see. But anyways, so yeah. This is just to say that the writing portion is complete. Right now, I am up to the recording stage, and I promise you guys that this will not take as long as the writing. Even if I don't know when specifically the parts are going to be released, I can confirm that it will be released this year, sometime this year, at least the first part, so keep your eyes out on that. And also, one thing that I can confirm is that I will have a trailer coming out soon. Now, this is something I like to do, whenever I'm finished writing on a big project, an episode of Animation Look Back, I like to make a trailer just to hype things up and to let people know that I am still working on it. It is still gonna happen, so keep your eyes peeled on that. It will appear on YouTube pretty soon. Now, that's going to be it on that. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is something that I'm sure you guys know very well what it is. I've already mentioned it on a few previous videos, and I haven't fully disclosed it on an update vlog like this, so I might as well talk about it right now. So, as you guys may know, I have a Patreon account. Now, for those of you that don't really know what is Patreon or how it works, then here, you could go check out this video right here. Just click on it and, everything will be explained. But the short answer to that would be that it's a service in which the more you give, the more you get. For every the more the amount that you give monthly to me in order to support my work, then the more you will receive as a reward. Now, I have put up a lot of rewards for you guys, and the more you give, the more that you'll get those rewards. A lot of these will include credits at the end of my videos, and this includes my classic reviews, my regular reviews, the animation lookbacks, and some of the big projects like top 10s and stuff like that. There is also weekly update vlogs, so instead of waiting bi-monthly for these videos to come out on YouTube, you can go on Patreon, and you'll go check out to see weekly updates to see how am I progressing weekly in my videos. And also I talk about an extra little thing, rather it be my thoughts on a movie that I just saw. They could be new or old, or my thoughts on a recent news regarding animation. For example, in some of the vlogs that I've done there, I've talked about Sharknado 2, I've talked about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I even talked about the recent news about Studio Ghibli and that they're just taking a break and they're not shutting down. Yes, I know about that. Other rewards also, this is one that I actually recently added. This is, if you go onto my Patreon, then you can go check out my videos without any ads possible. This is for my more new videos that I put out recently. So what's gonna happen is that I will post my videos at the same time as I do on Blip onto Patreon. But if you are on my Patreon, then you can go check them out without any ads whatsoever. No pre-rolls, no mid-rolls, no post-rolls, no interruption, just the complete video. So you guys can keep an eye out on that. Also, other Other rewards that I offer includes a question that I can immediately answer on my update vlogs like here, drawing commissions that I will personally do myself that that could be either done in pencil and paper as a sketch, or it could be done in computer with color, ink, shading, and all that stuff. So like you ask me what to do, and I'll do it in form of a drawing. And also the biggest one is pretty much a request. You can request me any animated film for me to do for the next classic review, and I will immediately do it. And believe it or not, someone has actually done that. If you guys remember at the end of the South Park review, Chris Atrada has actually asked me to review The Legend of the Titanic through Patreon. I'm not really that excited for the fact that I have to watch that movie, but still, it's really great to know that people like Chris would really want to go to that length to go and support me. So that's really, really awesome. Other new, yeah, that's pretty much it with the rewards. By the way, just one thing that I want to mention: the whole purpose of Patreon is not really about getting the rewards. This is about supporting my work. All the money that I will get on Patreon will go directly into making my videos like bigger and better than ever, to really update the quality, to like really upgrade my community and my connection to you guys. So this is just to make my video making career better than ever. Oh, and one more thing I want to mention. If you go on Patreon right now, if you go and support my work and pledge, you'll actually be the first people to go see the trailer for Animation Lookback, the best of stop motion. So just a little reminder, just a little reward if you do it right now. You'll be the first to see it before anyone else. And also one more thing, a lot of people have asked me how can they go and support me on Patreon. Well, there's actually two ways that you can do it. One is through card. I don't know if it's either like if they accept both credit and or debit. I don't know if they do both or something, but like you need a card, or if you have a PayPal account. Now all you have to do is just register one of these things onto Patreon, and the rest will do it by itself. All you have to do is just go to patreon.com/animat and go and support my work, and your money will be greatly appreciated. And I just want to say, for those who are doing it right now, or for those who will do it, I just want to say thank you guys so much. You really are awesome. And that's pretty much going to be it for the updates. Now it's time that I go with the Q&A. Now, for those of you that don't know what it is, whoop, I'm already there. For those of you that don't know what the Q&A is, I essentially go and ask 5 questions from all around YouTube or the social media. Like they ask me a question through the comments, through Facebook, Twitter, or my email at animatsreviews@gmail.com. And if you're lucky, then I might answer it for you guys. If not, like if your question didn't get answered, well, better luck next time. You can always ask again. Alright, so let's get things started. And this one will... There we go. This one will come from YouTuber SS Lovebird. And he asks, question, for your classic reviews, are films with both animation and live action allowed to put for a review, like Space Jam, for example, or is it not allowed? Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. It'll be it's more a little iffy, but I will say, yes, I do accept it, but it really, really depends. I'm not going to do the computer animated ones like the Smurfs or Alvin and the Chipmunks, because that doesn't really count, because if I do those, then I might as well count every other movie that's out there, like freaking Transformers or Avatar. I will accept, however, the part live action and part 2D animation. Yeah, don't worry. So, chances are it could happen in the future that I could review those shows, so you'll see. Alright, now let's go to the next one, which is going to be, hold on a sec, whoops, hold on a sec, and this one will come from, Brandon Phillips, and he asks, are there any animated movies that you don't want to do, but so many people request you to do it anyways? Oh god, there is one, actually, and I think people are gonna kill me if I'm gonna say this, because I got so many requests for it, but I really do not want to review Equestria Girls. Now, I've got so many people asking me to review it, but honestly, the reason why I don't want to do it, it's not because, like, my feelings towards it. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, I can do it no matter how I feel about the movie. It's just, like, I know that if I do review it, I'm gonna get so much crap anyways. Because the thing is that there are some bronies out there, not all, but some, that pretty much give the brony community a bad name, where they take the show way too seriously. They see Lauren Faust as a god and the 6 main ponies as saints and stuff, you know, like those kinds of major hardcore brony fans. Like, they're gonna be pissed off at me and just rant all the way in the comments, no matter what I say. And, like, these people, they are way too attached, like, way too biased with their opinion on the film. It's either they really, really, really love it, or they really, really, really hate it. Plus the fact that I've already done a video about that I'm not a brony, I'm not really interested in the show. It's a good show, but it's not really my cup of tea. Like, I know that people are gonna use that as an exhibit A or something like that's, like a proof of evidence. Like, that they'll be pissed off at me. Like, what I'm trying to say is that I don't really want to review Equestria Girls because I know it's going to be way too much trouble to do. And this is coming from the guy who has no problem to say that the movies like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs are the disgrace to the name of animation. Like, I can say things like that, but honestly, I don't want to touch Equestria Girls. I'm just, it's just way too much trouble for nothing. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, and this comes from YouTuber Jeff Doyer, and he asks, have you ever thought of making your own original feature film, independent in this case? I honestly don't really know. I mean, technically, if you see on Patreon, one of my, a ginormous milestone goal would be, I would make my own animat movie, but that's, that's if a freaking miracle happens and I get so much money on Patreon. But honestly, maybe sometime in the future during my lifetime, maybe I'll make, an independent film or a movie or something like that. But I don't know, right now I'm just focusing on just making these videos right here. So maybe sometime in the future, decades later, maybe, but for now, let me just relax into making my videos. So yeah. Alright, now let's move on to the next question. And this one will come from, wait, actually no, that's not really a question. Sorry about that. This one comes from Facebook, Jared Pardon. By the way, I apologize if I mispronounce names. Alright, so he asks, which animated film is better to you? Wreck-It Ralph or the Lego Movie? I just want to say this right now. I love both films. Both films are great. They really let out some creativity. They're really awesome. They're really fun to watch. A lot of memorable moments from both films, but for me personally, I would go with Wreck-It Ralph. I know some people might be mad at me for this, but as much as I do like the Lego Movie, the writing is not really the best. There's a lot of creativity, but there's a lot of elements that they skipped, which they should have kept. Yes, it's a really fast-paced movie. There's so much action and there's so much stuff going on, but there's I think it's a little too fast paced in itself, and like they left out some important parts, like some important story development or important character development, or like or like they forgot to really flesh out some of the characters. Like, yeah, like as awesome and funny and likable as like characters like Batman or Unikitty or Emmett are, like some of them don't really have a lot of development. They are a bit one-dimensional, as likable as they are. It's just that the writing is not really all that great for me. Where Wreck-It Ralph, that one, like it shares the same creativity as the Lego Movie. Like they're both pretty common, I'll have to admit, but Wreck-It Ralph really does maintain some of those important story elements, where story development, character development, and all those things. And that's like it really brings out, with that, it really brings out the heart of the movie. Like you really do feel for characters like Ralph or Vanellope von Schweetz and stuff like that. So it really does have that heart. So for me, like, I'm just gonna say Wreck-It Ralph, but I still do, but it's still to say that I do enjoy the Lego Movie. Alright, so I think at this point, just wanna check. Alright, now I have one more question to ask, and I am actually reserving this for someone on Patreon, actually, because if you have pledged $20 or more on my Patreon, you will get some awesome rewards, plus you will get a question I will immediately answer on an update vlog like this. And this awesome person this awesome person is Brian Nussbaum. And he asks, what are your thoughts on the new SpongeBob movie? Excuse me. I will say I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Because when you think of the concept of Sponge out of water, like, you think, like, it's gonna be a CGI SpongeBob movie, and, like, that just sounds, like, it just really sounds stupid. It sounds like they're just modernizing everything, but, like, when you actually see the trailer, I'm actually really impressed. It looks like it really is gonna be action-packed, and it's actually gonna be really funny. It's gonna maintain the same humor that SpongeBob always had for a while, and that I'm actually really excited to see. Although I will say that it looks like it's gonna take a lot of plot elements from the first film. We got the live action pirates. We got Bikini Bottom going insane, like it's gonna be like corrupted, or it's gonna go into hell. You got SpongeBob and friends coming out of the water. And you got them searching for, like a treasure of some sorts. These are all, like, it's pretty much taking a lot of plot elements from the first SpongeBob movie. But other than that, I am really excited to see this movie, and I can't wait to see it when it's gonna come out on 2015. Oh, and one more thing I want to add is that the CGI actually really looks good. It doesn't interfere with anything. It's not like they're trying to make the characters look realistic. It still has that feeling of SpongeBob. Like, it still looks like SpongeBob. So that's a major plus for me. So that's going to be it with these updates. However, there is one more thing that I want to talk about. And this is about a recent event that happened. And I think we can all agree that it really shocked the entire world. I think this is possibly the biggest, saddest news that happened maybe for this year. I am talking, of course, regarding the death of Robin Williams. Now, as some of you may know, Robin Williams has unfortunately passed away because he lost a battle with depression and he has committed suicide. Now, if you're going to look at the description below, I'm going to put in so many links and phone calls where you can call in order to cooperate with depression, to help you go through with depression, to help go through with someone with depression, to help someone with depression, and all those kinds of things. Like I'm gonna do as much as I can to help in the description box. Um, because this is mostly a news as a reviewer and a fan of reviewers. This is something that really did hit close to home because earlier this year we have lost a fellow reviewer who had gotten major depression, and he has unfortunately committed suicide. And I am talking, of course, about Justin Carmichael, also known as Juwario. Now, going back into Robin Williams, this really is shocking for me. I mean, I remember when we first heard that he passed away, I was pretty much ready to go eat with my family for dinner, and then my mom literally she shrieked when she saw the news. Like she shrieked like, "What the hell just happened?" And then after we saw that Robin Williams died, like it was pretty much complete silence at the house. We just didn't know what to say. Like this is probably one of the last things we want to hear. This is the last thing we want to deal with. And this is mostly because me and my whole family, we're pretty much huge fans of Robin Williams. Like calling him a comedic genius is practically an understatement. This is a master entertainer. This is someone who's an amazing actor, like both comedic and serious, with films like Good Will Hunting and Dead Poets Society, but also like an amazing comedian. This is someone who knows exactly how to improvise, and like no matter what, anything he says can practically be turned into gold. It's just remarkable and really admirable. Plus the fact that Robin Williams is someone who really, like, he's not doing it for the fame or money. He just wants to make you laugh. This is someone who really wants to make you feel good. And, as for someone like me or for anyone who's in the entertainment business, rather be big on movies or just like me, small on YouTube, this is something we really want to do. We just want to make people feel good about themselves and let them have fun. In fact, hold on, let me just show you something. I actually have with me two amazing works of his. This is his stand-up works, Weapons of Self-Destruction and Live on Broadway. And let me tell you, these are some of the funniest things I have ever seen. Like, in fact, not too long ago, I just saw Live on Broadway, and it's so hilarious. It's like, I feel like I've already seen this several times, but like, watching it recently, it feels like I've heard it for the first time, and it's just the funniest thing I've ever went through. I never had a good laugh since I saw South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out on YouTube after this video. It is so good. Like, you'll see, like, whether it be his entire film or just parts of it, go check it out. But if I will say, one of the things that really makes Robin Williams such a master comedian is the fact that, like, not only his improvisation, but also the energy that he gives out. Like, because of his capabilities of improvising and knows how to make you laugh on the spot, like, he brings out, like, laughs a minute. And, like, he brings this big energy that you want to get into. And this is really evident with some of his animated works. And there are three of which that really stand out for me. Number one is his performance as Ramon from Happy Feet. He also played Lovelace, but for me, it really stands out. He really stands out as Ramon, playing this Pepe Le Pew character. But again, his energy really brings out, like, just hysterical moments. These are some of these are literally some of the funniest moments I've seen in an animated feature. Oh my god, like, it's like I just couldn't stop laughing every moment, like at every line that he says. And it's really one of the biggest, like, for me, it's one of the biggest highlights of Happy Feet. It's why I feel like it's more enjoyable than it should be. Honestly, like, I don't really think Happy Feet is an amazing film. I don't know if it's like Oscar winner for best animated feature good, but Robin Williams really makes it like really makes this movie really enjoyable. Another performance that I want to mention is his role as Batty in Ferngully. This is a movie in which I have recently watched for a review. And, I was coming in expecting that this is going to be a really stupid Disney ripoff with a really preachy environmental message. But, again, here comes Robin Williams doing this bringing out this amazing performance. Like, I'm having a good time watching Robin Williams in this. And, oops, excuse me. A little interruption there. But, anyways, what Robin Williams did, like, the most amazing thing in Ferngully is that Batty has a lot of memorable quotes. Rather they be just really funny, memorable quotes, or actually even thought-provoking. Like, the line where he says that the truth never makes friends, but it most certainly influences people, is really something that, like, I think it should be up there with the thought-provoking quotes in an animated film with Master Oogway in Kung Fu Panda or Mewtwo in Pokemon the first movie. It's really that amazing. And of course, the final performance that I want to mention, it's not only his most memorable performance in an animated film, but also his memorable performance, period, is Genie from Aladdin. This is mostly because Robin Williams had no limits when working on Aladdin. He could pretty much do whatever he wants. He's literally this is the definition of just a cartoon where he has no limits, he has no rules. He could just do whatever he wants. And the big energy that he brings in, it just makes it so comical and so enjoyable to watch. In fact, one thing I want to mention about Aladdin is that, what is it? Oh yeah, the fact that he always brings up these pop culture references. Under normal circumstances, these pop culture references would be just, they would be fine during the time, but they would make the movie feel dated. But no, with the mixture of Robin Williams' energy that he brings into the film and the writing, it makes it so, it makes it good, but also timeless. Like, no matter when you're gonna watch it, rather it be now or 15 years later, it's still gonna be as funny. And it really gives Aladdin a timeless feel and still considered a Disney classic. And that's pretty much all that I really want to say about Robin Williams. Is that I don't think, I know it's been said 1,000 times before, but I really don't think we're ever going to have a friend like him. Like, there is only one Robin Williams, and it's going to take a long, long time for someone to really take his place, to bring out as much energy and as much of a good feeling that we have than being with Robin Williams. So with that, Robin, I just want to say thanks for all the laughs and for the good time and just making us feel good. For that, I say thank you. And as for the rest of you guys, that'll pretty much be it for this update. I really want to thank you guys for listening to what I have to say. And I'll join you guys for next time. And hopefully things will be better for the next update vlog. And see you later, dudes.